appear if someone has filed a human rights complaint against you?
Yes, what should I do?
Alright, there are a few things you need to know before we go any further. Firstly, the acceptance of a complaint for registration is not indicative of any findings of merit by the commission.
That's a relief.
Secondly, what will transpire will be an initial review of the complaint by the Commission to determine the appropriate steps. These steps may include mediation and/or an investigation.
Okay.
A preliminary assessment will be made to determine if the complaint is in our jurisdiction and if it is a viable case. An option will be given early in the process called mediation. This gives a chance for both the complainant and the respondent to sit down and try to resolve the situation in a shorter time frame than a more formal investigation. It is important to note that during the mediation, no assessment or decision about the complaint is made.
Okay, that's good.
When replying to the complaint, you should reply to all of the points raised and clearly outline your side of the story. After the Commission receives the reply, you will be sent a letter by their investigator in charge, and she or he will make an assessment as to how far the investigation will be taken.
What are my obligations in relation to the complaint once it's being investigated?
I'm glad you asked that. It is very important that you keep the Commission updated with your address or phone number in case it needs to be reached.
What goes on during the investigation?
Well, the investigation will involve the investigator interviewing witnesses and obtaining relevant information and documents.
What should I do after the investigation?
Well, the board considers a report and any written submissions made by you or the complainant, decisions from the court and human rights boards that have a bearing on the complaint and past legal decisions which will apply to your situation. Where there's insufficient evidence to support a complaint, no contravention of the code is found, or the board is satisfied that the complaint is frivolous or vexatious, the board will dismiss it, and once the case is dismissed, it will go no further. If the board finds that the complaint should not be dismissed, it may provide the parties with opportunity to discuss settlement and request that an adjudicator be appointed by the Minister of Justice for a selected list as outlined in the code to hear the complaint. You will be notified in writing whatever decision the board makes and the reasons for it.
Okay, thank you very much for your time.
All right.